Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I talk about the NWSL, women's soccer, just soccer, only soccer. Before I get into it, I just want to let you all know that I'm back. I was out for, I think, 2 weeks, maybe longer, because I had a really bad cold and I couldn't record or make any videos or podcasts. So I'm feeling a lot better. I still have a slight cough here and there, but it's not going to interfere with my videos and podcasts anymore. So yeah, colds are not fun. Anyway, thank you for your support. Thank you for reading my articles. Just want to let you all know that if you prefer to read my articles, they're going to be linked in the description below. And I will also make community posts as well. That all being said, let's get into the match. All right, so the U.S. women's national team will be facing Colombia in the CONCACAF Women's Gold Cup quarterfinals. This isn't the first time these two will be meeting. The U.S. has met Colombia multiple times over the past couple years. Out of 10 meetings, the U.S. has come away with 8 wins and 2 draws. However, Colombia has proved to be a tough and challenging opponent for not just the U.S., but for many teams across the board. Colombia in the 2023 Women's World Cup made it all the way to the quarterfinals, where they were ultimately defeated by England. When it comes to this match, Colombia no doubt will put up a strong fight against the U.S. If the U.S. wants to be successful in this match, if they want to move on to the semifinals, they need to take this more seriously. More seriously than the match against Mexico. When it came to the U.S.'s loss to Mexico in the group stage, Michael Lewis's article for Front Row Soccer implied that the U.S. team didn't expect Mexico to be much of a challenge. In Lewis's article, U.S. women's national team veteran Crystal Dunn stated something along the lines of, "I think that's the biggest lesson we learned today, is that you don't just show up and are guaranteed to win. You've got to put on a really top performance." And the first thing that came to my mind when I read that was, duh, of course. Yeah, I think you have to put on a good performance if you want to win games. That's kind of a given. But yeah, overconfidence and arrogance will hurt any team. And while losing may have been a harsh way for the U.S. team to learn this, it was a lesson they needed to learn sooner rather than later. As women's soccer continues to grow and develop, more teams are putting money and time developing their women's teams. And the U.S. right now can't afford to underestimate any team that they face. This is especially true in the U.S.'s upcoming matches, where the challenges and obstacles will be tougher to overcome. The match against Mexico also showed the areas where the U.S. needs to improve. While the U.S. was able to get their attack forward, kind of, they still struggled to connect and find an attacking rhythm. Additionally, the U.S. midfield and attack need to figure out how to play under pressure, especially when teams are going to challenge them for possession and control. Colombia is a team that is known to fight other teams for possession. Most likely, we'll see Colombia do just that against the U.S. Another area of contention is, of course, the U.S.'s backline and defense. I feel like we already know this. The U.S.'s failure to shut down Mexico's attack and failure to recover possession in that match put the U.S. in dangerous and risky situations. When it comes to this match against Colombia, Colombia has no issue getting their attack forward and is especially dangerous when it comes to counterattacking. This team is quick in transition and will wait for the right moments to strike. I can't help but wonder if the U.S.'s backline and defense will be able to keep up with Colombia's quick-moving attacking players like Catalina Uzme and Linda Caicedo. It is possible for the U.S. to come away with a win in this match, but it's going to go back to their mentality and effort and whether they'll be able to step up to the challenges posed to them in this match. Additionally, the U.S. is needing to build consistency in the attack and in their attacking partnerships. There needs to be good control and movement in the midfield, as well as good responses to Colombia's counterattacks and transitions. The back line needs to have better awareness and will be needing to keep up with runners and loose balls. They, along with the midfielders, will also be tasked with shutting down Colombia's attack and recovering possession. This is likely to be a tough match for the U.S., but hopefully the team will be better prepared to face these challenges head on, and hopefully it's going to be a fun and entertaining match. That being said, let's get into the lineup for this match. All right, so the lineup. We have Alyssa Nair in the goal. For defenders, Jenna Neiswanger, Naomi Girma, Tiana Davidson, and Emily Fox. In the midfield, Lindsay Horan, Corbin Albert, and Sam Coffey. For forwards, Trinity Rodman, Alex Morgan, and Jaden Shaw. And here are the substitutes. This is a very interesting lineup. While Horan has faced Colombia before, it's still going to be interesting to see how Albert and Coffey will handle this Colombian team and whether they'll be able to connect with the U.S. attack that consists of Morgan, Rodman, and Shaw. This Colombian team can be very aggressive and physical with their pressure in the midfield, 1v1s, and battling for control and possession. Trust me, I've seen it before. They can be pretty brutal. However, in order for the U.S. attack to be effective in this match, it's going to come down to whether the U.S. can maintain control and stability in the midfield. It's also going to come down to whether these players will be able to connect in the attack and in the box. Additionally, when it comes to the midfield and back line, they have to be able to respond to Colombia's counterattacks and transitions. As mentioned previously, Colombia is quick in transition and is especially dangerous when their attack can get forward. The U.S. back line in the match against Mexico was at times slow to respond to Mexico's attack. The challenge for the back line in this match is whether they'll be able to keep up with Colombia's pace down the wings and respond to Colombia's attack. The U.S. also needs to be careful when it comes to defending against set pieces and corner kicks, which many have pointed out is a weak point for this U.S. team. Naomi Girma, though, is returning to the starting 11, and she will be able to provide good support in the back line. While it is still likely that the U.S. can come away with a win in this match, it's not going to come without a challenge. Whether the U.S. will be up for that challenge remains to be seen. That being said, let's get into the first half. All right, so the first half, we are off. I have to get used to this again. Anyway, may the U.S. score early, may this match not go into extra time, and may Lindsay manage her temper better than me. Anyway, 1 minute. Shaw sends it in, kicked away. Shaw dispossessed. Ball to the U.S. side. Fox on it. Fox marking Caicedo. Oh, that's going to be something. 2 minutes. Yeah, starting to see some of that physicality and pressure from Colombia. 3 minutes. Coffey fouls Colombia ball. Good pressure from Horan and Rodman. 4 minutes. Horan up to Shaw. Defended away. U.S. attempt saved. Shaw struggling with that pressure in the midfield. 5 minutes, U.S. foul, Colombia free kick. Ball behind the U.S. back line, Colombia cross, Nair saves. 7 minutes, Horan, Rodman, back to Horan. Horan attempt, tackled away, saved. Good recovery from Coffey. Long ball up to Morgan, collision, play on. 8 minutes, ball in the U.S. box, Colombia cross, Nair out to save. The U.S. players thought the ref was going to stop play because of the collision, but I guess the ref was like, nah, it's not that serious. 9 minutes, Morgan making a run. Over to Horan, back to Morgan. Morgan running into the box. Morgan shoved in the box. Ref points to the spot almost instantly. Colombia yellow card. 11 minutes, U.S. penalty kick. Horan stepping up to take it. You sure? Horan scores, U.S. 1-0. Okay, so my trust for Horan and Morgan on penalties is starting to come back, albeit slowly. 14 minutes, U.S. corner kick. Morgan squaring up with Uzme. Maybe it's Morgan's temper and not Horan's. Morgan yellow card. Coffey is over there waiting patiently, probably wondering what the hell's going on. 15 minutes, U.S. corner kick. Shaw header goes wide. Shaw challenging the keeper on a back pass. 16 minutes, U.S. corner kick. Rodman header goes wide. Great pressure from the U.S. attack. Horan fouled, jersey grabbed, U.S. ball. 17 minutes, Nijswanger cross, blocked, kicked away, shot attempt goes over. 18 minutes, Colombia, offsides, US ball. Ball bouncing, Haran attempt goes wide. 19 minutes, Rodman yellow card, wrestling while battling for possession. I like that the US isn't backing down from Colombia's physicality. They're actually meeting it. 21 minutes, Colombia foul, US ball. Gurma up to Morgan in the box, touched off Morgan. Nijswanger, arriving late, scores. US 2-0. There we go. 23 minutes, ball down the US wing, kicked away by Coffee. Rodman fouls, takes out the Colombian player's legs. Yeah, Rodman is on a yellow. She has to be careful. Haran is captain for this match, and she should probably have a small chat with her. 24 minutes, Colombia free kick. Colombia header goes wide. US needs to do better defending set pieces. 25 minutes, long ball up to Morgan in the box. Morgan attempt saved. 26 minutes, Coffee down, no foul. 27 minutes, long ball to the US side, kicked away by Gurma. Good recovery by Coffee again. Morgan brought down, no foul. 29 minutes, Shaw fouled, US ball. Nijswanger cross, kicked away. Albert fouls, Colombia ball. Great pressure from Rodman. 31 minutes, Davidson spins out. Colombia attempt from D, Nair saves. Colombia corner kick, short, sent in, kicked away. 32 minutes, long ball to the US box. Gurma heads it off to Nair. Ball to the box, headed away, sent back in. This is the US box, headed away. 33 minutes, goodbye Coffee to distract them. Announcer says, I think if you're the US, it's okay for Colombia to have more of the ball. Yeah, I don't. Have you seen the back line? Good tackle by Shaw. Rodman down, trainer's out to check on her. It's just a cramp, getting stretched out. She's coming off, but should be coming back in. 36 minutes, game starts up again. Ball sent into the US box. Haran heads it away. Rodman back in. 37 minutes, Colombia cross, Colombia attempt, Nair saves. How is the back line allowing Colombia to get behind them? That is not good. Colombia corner kick headed away. 38 minutes, ball sent to the US box, headed away. Morgan clears. Ball to the US side, headed away. 39 minutes, long ball up to Morgan, defended away. Long ball to the US box. Nair kicks it away. 40th minute, Haran up to Morgan, kicked away. Nijswanger fouls, catches a Colombian player's foot. She's okay. 42 minutes, Colombia attempt from D goes over. At this point, the US needs to stop giving up possession. Like, why not hold it instead of giving it up so easily? 44 minutes, long ball to the US side. Nair out to kick it away. Rodman catches a Colombian player in the face with her hand. I think that was Caicedo. What are you doing? You're on a yellow. Like, this is not a match where the US can't afford to be down a player. Like, Haran, talk to your player. 6 minutes of added time, Colombia free kick defended away. 46 minutes, Fox up to Rodman. Rodman cross, Shaw puts it in. US 3-0. Shaw is having the time of her life in this tournament. That was awesome. 49 minutes, US foul, Colombia ball. Good by Fox to get it away. 50th minute, Colombia sends it in. Nair is like, I got it, don't come any closer. Ball up to Haran. Haran trips slightly outside the box. 51 minutes, Colombian player acting as if Morgan smacked her hand or whatever. Morgan, from the replay, didn't even touch her. And she's still acting. 52 minutes, US free kick outside the Colombia box. Haran attempt from the free kick off the post. Nijswanger skies it. 53 minutes, whistle blown, first half ends, US 3-0. Well, that was a dramatic first half. Holy shit. Yeah, I love this intensity from this US team. The team is intense and ruthless, and I think that was what was missing in the match against Mexico. It's great to see that fire and energy from this team, the desire to win and not put up with Colombia's bullshit. On a more serious note, not really, Rodman needs to control her temper. I kind of agree with the announcer when she said Rodman shouldn't come on in the second half. She's on a yellow, and she's had some risky and dangerous moments in this first half where she could have been sent off, like when she caught Caicedo in the face with her hand and when she took out a Colombian player on the wing, not even going for the ball there. Like I said earlier, the US cannot afford to go down to 10 players in a game like this. On a more serious note, this first half was intense, with neither the US nor Colombia backing down from the challenge. There was great back and forth between both sides, but what the US is needing to do now is focus on keeping possession instead of just giving it away. There needs to be better control and stability in the midfield. Coffee has been doing well to recover possession, but the US needs to hold and be patient. It may be hard to do because of Colombia's pressure, but if the US can pass the ball around and focus on keeping it, it will keep Colombia from getting their attack off. Colombia has been able to get their attack off in this first half, but what's really concerning is the US's backline and defense. They're allowing Colombia to get behind the back line, and the US needs to do better marking players and shutting down Colombia's attack. On the upside, Nair was able to make some important saves in this half that prevented Colombia from tying things up. Overall, there needs to be better awareness from the back line, but so far they are holding off Colombia's attack, so credit where credit's due. That being said, let's get into the second half. All right, so the second half, we are off. U.S. substitution, Rodman out, Purse in. I think that's a like-for-like substitution. 46 minutes, Purse cross, Shaw not enough behind it, Colombia clears. 47 minutes, Haran shoved, no foul. How is that not called? 48 minutes, Colombia cross, Albert gets it away. Coffee comes away with it. Colombia cross, Nair saves. Collision between Coffee and a Colombian player. They're both okay. 49 minutes, Neiswanger pulled down, no foul. 50th minute, Purse fouled, grabbed, U.S. free kick. Albert sends it in, Haran header goes wide. 51 minutes, Neiswanger fouls, I guess, Colombia ball. Ball in the U.S. box, Nair saves. 52 minutes, Morgan down, Colombian player trips over her after the fact, U.S. ball. 53 minutes, Haran brought down, U.S. ball. Albert needs to do better keeping possession and playing under pressure. Then again, so does the whole team. 55 minutes, Fox pulled down, no foul. Germa fouled though, U.S. ball. U.S. substitution, Shaw out, Lavelle in. 56 minutes, Neiswanger sends it in, kicked away. Albert attempt saved. 57 minutes, U.S. corner kick, nothing from it. Lavelle up to Haran. Haran cross deflected. 58 minutes, U.S. corner kick goes wide. Lavelle chasing it down. 59 minutes, Albert cross headed away. Long ball to the U.S. side, headed away by Germa. 60th minute, Neiswanger touch up to Lavelle. Lavelle not on the same page. 61 minutes, Morgan fouled, shoved, U.S. free kick. Trick play up to Lavelle. Lavelle cross goes wide. 62 minutes, Neiswanger cross, Purse goes down, no foul. 63 minutes, Colombia cross headed away. 64 minutes, Davidson up to Neiswanger, kicked away. 65 minutes, Colombia cross defended away. 66 minutes, Haran yellow card tangled up with a Colombian player. Light kick to the stomach. Colombia free kick, ball sent into the U.S. box, goes out. 67 minutes, Lavelle taken out while she's making a run. Yellow card, Colombia. 68 minutes, U.S. free kick. Haran heads it across. Morgan skies it. You just needed to tap it with your head or foot or your body. I don't know. 70th minute, Lavelle up for Morgan. Can't reach her. Colombia sends it in. Nair collects. 71 minutes, U.S. substitutions. Morgan and Albert out. Smith and Moultrie in. 72 minutes, ball in the U.S. box. Nair clears. Colombia cross. Purse heads it away. Moultrie fouled in the box. 73 minutes, Smith fouls, a little too handsy. Ball to the U.S. box. Nair collects. 74 minutes, Germa sends it up. Colombia keeper collects. 75 minutes, Moultrie tripped up by a Colombian player. Yellow card, Colombia, U.S. ball. Neiswanger up to Smith. Smith cross. Moultrie touch goes wide. 77 minutes, Colombia cross goes wide. 78 minutes, Colombia free kick outside the U.S. box. Colombia touch. Nair saves. Smith cross, not quite. U.S. cross, Neiswanger kicks it back. 79 minutes, Colombia cross headed away. Smith fouls, knocking off a Colombia player. That was kind of funny. 80th minute, U.S. free kick, ball sent in, headed away. Smith fouled, shoved, U.S. ball. 81 minutes, Lavelle up to Moultrie. Moultrie can't get her feet arranged, defended away. 82 minutes, U.S. substitution, Haran out, Sonnet in. 83 minutes, Colombia cross kicked away. Ball to the U.S. box, headed away. 85 minutes, Colombia cross, Niswanger blocks. 86 minutes, Colombia corner kick cleared. Ball to the U.S. box, headed away. 87 minutes, long ball to the U.S. side, headed away. Niswanger on the ground, gets it away. Manages to get it away, I mean. Smith fouled, collision between her and two Colombian players. Trainers out to check on them. All three of them appeared to be okay. 3 minutes of added time. 91 minutes, U.S. corner kick, Moultrie header, goes over. 93 minutes, whistle blown, second half ends, U.S. wins 3-0. Overall, this was a very exciting and thrilling match. Things quieted down more in the second half, which is to be expected, but there was better game management from the U.S. The U.S. was able to get their attack forward, which is great. However, the team is still needing to work on their connection in the attack. The build-up plays from the U.S. were good, but that connection in the box and final touch needs, well, touching up. Control and possession in the midfield was better from the U.S. in the second half. However, it's still an area that this team could work on and do better. There needs to be a focus on keeping and holding possession as well as being quicker in transition. The U.S. attack could be on the move in transition, and by the time they reached the box, Colombia would be there and would close out any clear chances for the U.S. This once again goes back to the U.S. needing to develop their connection in the attack. When it comes to the backline and defense, they were able to hold off Colombia's attack in this half. Gurma, Niswanger, and Fox had things locked down, but defending on set pieces and corner kicks needs to be cleaner. You can't just rely on Alyssa Nair for everything. Besides that, this was a good match and performance from the U.S. It was great to see the team come back from a disappointing loss and win this quarterfinal in an albeit dramatic fashion. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys today or tonight. The U.S. moves on to the semifinals, which means more U.S. soccer for me. And, well, I'll see you all in the next one. Later.